At the dawn of time, when the universe was but silence and darkness, God issued the sacred command, separating heaven from earth. On creation's second day, the heavens were gloriously formed, and with them came the first spiritual beings, angels, archangels, cherubim, and seraphim. These radiant creatures, crafted from pure light, dwelled in the celestial heights, serving the Creator with songs that resounded through the firmament. Among them were Gabriel, bearer of divine will, and Michael, champion of eternal justice. Yet there was another, whose brilliance surpassed all others. His name was Lucifer, the Light-bringer. He was a celestial masterpiece, endowed with wisdom, unparalleled beauty, and a voice that made stars quiver. His splendor was second only to God's. The music he produced was harmony itself, and his presence commanded awe. But within this splendor, the first sin took root: pride. The light meant to glorify the Creator began to reflect only Lucifer himself. Captivated by his own perfection, he deemed himself worthy of greater status. Pride inflated his heart, and vanity corrupted him. He no longer wished to serve, he sought to rule. In his fervent mind, a daring scheme took shape. He would fashion a throne above God's stars. He aspired not merely to resemble the highest, but to be God. Rebellion's seed, once a secret desire, now flourished in darkness. To execute his plan, the once glorious angel wielded eloquence as his weapon. With beguiling words, veiled smiles, and promises of a new order, he sowed doubt among many angels. "Why bow forever when we can rise?" he murmured to their innocent souls. Lie by lie, Lucifer ensnared the unwary. Thus, the one who had become the father of lies amassed a third of heaven's hosts. These magnificent angels, now tainted, were transformed by their betrayal. Their luminous wings darkened, some taking on draconic forms, as if their very essence was consumed by hubris. The stage was set for heaven's great war. The once peaceful realm became a battleground. Lucifer raised his standard against the eternal throne, leading his rebel army against the Creator. But he had not reckoned with a foe of equal stature: Archangel Michael, Prince of Heaven's armies and defender of faith. Steadfast and resolute, Michael brandished his flaming sword and rallied the holy militia, loyal angels whose hearts blazed with justice and divine love. When the armies clashed, the universe thundered, the heavens shook, and stars flickered. It was the oldest and grandest conflict, the battle for heaven's fate. Celestial trumpets blared through rent clouds as angels and traitors fought across the skies. Beams of pure light met shadowy spears. War cries pierced the eternal winds. Though numerous and fierce, Lucifer's followers faltered before the unyielding celestial order. One by one, the rebels fell, their wings shattered like charred leaves, their twisted forms crumbling before justice's light. The heavens began to heal, hope dawning like the sun, banishing night's darkness. Then Lucifer roared, beast-like. Desperate and enraged at his crumbling dream, he metamorphosed. His celestial form tore apart, revealing a monstrosity, a colossal, red-scaled dragon with eyes like furnaces and wings that blotted out the sky. His tail swept constellations, his throat spewing world-scorching flames. Before this titan stood Michael, the Lord's champion. Clad in radiant armor, wielding a flaming sword forged by God's word, Michael advanced fearlessly. The ultimate duel was at hand: pride's son versus justice's servant. Their clash shook heaven's foundations. Michael's sword flashed like lightning. The dragon struck with mountain-splitting claws. Fire, thunder, light, and shadow wove a destructive dance. Yet even in his dread form, Lucifer was no match for the angel empowered by the Almighty. Michael fought not for self, but for order, truth, and God's flawless creation. With a decisive blow, Michael pierced the dragon's scales, unleashing a blinding explosion. The dragon collapsed, defeated, exhaling dark smoke and malice. Michael placed his foot on the beast's neck, a symbol that no being, however mighty, could rival the Creator's will. Like lightning, Lucifer and his fallen angels were hurled from heaven, cast into the abyss, exiled from light. Their fall severed them from divine presence, condemning them to eternal banishment from former glory. Those who followed the prideful angel were no longer celestial. They became fallen angels, dark spirits steeped in bitterness, rootless beings adrift in void and ruin. Lucifer's fate was harsher still. Once the most beautiful archangel, he was transfigured into horror, his light extinguished, grace perverted, name stricken from glory. He became Satan, the adversary, the accuser, hatred and deceit incarnate. Banished to hell's depths, Lucifer dwelled in a dark realm born of his downfall. Yet, even in defeat, his wounded pride craved vengeance. Unable to strike God directly, he targeted humanity, God's beloved image. Disguised as a serpent, Satan slithered into Eden. In that pure, perfect garden, he approached innocent Eve. With honeyed yet venomous words, he whispered doubts and temptations, stirring forbidden desires. Thus Eve ate the forbidden fruit and Adam followed. Creation fractured. Original sin marred the bond between humanity and Creator. Expelled from paradise, Adam and Eve left Earth a place of suffering, conflict, and temptation. Since then, Satan has devoted his existence to corrupting human hearts, murmuring temptations in shadowed souls, wielding doubt and lies. He prowls through ages, cloaked in darkness, offering seductive falsehoods, ever striving to lead humanity astray, extinguish faith, and spread error. Every war, betrayal, and tear of guilt or greed may bear his unseen mark, the one who dared challenge the highest. Satan corrupts, never builds, distorts, never creates. His aim is not just to damn souls, but to defile God's image in humanity, estranging them from paradise. Lucifer spurned grace, crowning himself with hate, enthroning in hell, and making humanity his battleground. He wears countless faces, treads unseen among people, desiring only to witness God's cherished creation destroy itself. If humans walk the earth, the war between light and darkness persists. The ancient foe neither forgets, rests, nor forgives. Defeated in heaven, he still vies for human hearts. Hell's eternity will be his prison, the human world his arena.